Hello, friends! I hope you all are staying safe and healthy in these troubling times. Welcome back to I Like Reddit channel. This is Carrie. We have 5 stories today out of some various subreddits, including 2 stories out of the Entitled Parent subreddit, 2 stories out of the Entitled People subreddit, and 1 story out of I Don't Work Here Lady. Let's begin. Our first story is by Volking. Entitled Mom thinks I should lend her kid my laptop. Hey, never thought of posting this, but left it as a comment on another post, and the OP there thinks it deserves its own thread, so here it goes. Characters: me, EM, Entitled Mom, EC, Entitled Child. Last Christmas, I'm on a plane home to visit family. It's a 3-hour flight, and after a while, I take out my laptop. I'm sitting in the window seat, and next to me, in the middle seat, is a fat, annoying little EC. I'm guessing somewhere around 10 or so, and next to him is his EM. So I started playing a game, Evil Bank Manager if you're interested, and after a few minutes, I see EC is looking at me and my laptop. EC and EM talk among themselves in a language that I didn't recognize. In any case, a few minutes later, EM pops the question. "Excuse me, sir. My son thinks your game is very fun. Would you mind letting him use your computer so that he can play and pass the time?" Well, I don't know. She wasn't rude. I guess it's not unreasonable thing to ask, but here's my logic. I owe you and your child nothing. He is your child, not mine. We don't even know each other, and we just happen to be sitting in the same row by sheer vicissitudes of fate. Also, I charged my laptop and prepped for this because, hey, I wanted to have something to do to pass the time. So I tell her exactly that. Sorry, but no. I planned on playing some games to pass the time myself. She pulls a face and goes, "Oh, come on. He's just a kid. You're old enough to not play games anyway. I'm 30. How can you say no to a kid?" Really, B? It's still a solid no, and now I'm getting pissed off. Mind your own damn business. So I basically tell her it's a strong no, and I'm sorry. She huffs and says fine, and then goes back to speaking with EC in their language. The kid just sat there afterwards, huffing and puffing, and staring daggers at me. I just don't get these people. It's okay to ask, and I'm getting there are some kinds of strangers out there who will do you a solid and all, but if I said no, then be respectful enough and don't push it any further. The world doesn't revolve around you or your kid, and not only are you rude and disrespectful, in my opinion, you're a horrible parent because you're basically telling your child they are entitled to whatever they want, even if it belongs to someone else. That they come first, so this kid is quite likely going to grow up into an a-hole. I agree with OP. He shouldn't have to give up his laptop because the mother failed to bring anything for her kid to do on the plane. It's not the OP's responsibility to entertain this entitled parent's son. It's the entitled parent's job. And if they didn't bring anything for them to do, it's not OP's fault, and he isn't required to give up his game just because the entitled kid wants it. I also think that this was probably the first time this kid was ever told no. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with the OP's assessment on the kid, or do you think he was being a little harsh? Please put your comment in the comment section down below. Anyway, moving on to our next story. Our next story is by Is That My Waffle? A wild Karen meets her match. For background, I'm a police officer in Australia. I work in plain clothes. At work, I wear a business shirt with a tie, suit pants. I have my utility belt with a gun, taser, pepper spray, and all other necessary accoutrements on the belt. I also have a police badge clipped to my belt, and another police badge with my work ID around my neck. This incident also happened while the Voldemort virus was spreading rapidly. Most businesses had been closed by government mandate. People have to ensure they are practicing social distancing, or they can be fined. The government hasn't mandated that people stay home, but have limited the number of people allowed in groups. No contact with strangers, and you should only be out for work or essential supplies. It's also important to know that in Australia, members of the public cannot carry firearms in public. It's difficult to get a license to even possess a firearm. A few days ago, I was at work and my partner needed to buy supplies from the office supply store nearby. The staff at the store wear blue polo shirts. We went to the store and my partner was getting everything she needed. I was waiting when I hear a screeching voice from behind me. "Where are your chargers?" I turn around to see this Karen standing there with her arms crossed glaring at me. Now, let me remind you, I'm wearing all my work gear and a bright pink long sleeve business shirt. I say to Karen, I'm not sure where the Karen is not impressed and cuts me off, steps very close to me, well within what I consider my personal space at the best of times. But when I'm at work, this is an offensive gesture. Karen then screeches, "You work here! How the hell do you not know where the chargers are?" I look at the Karen dead in the eye with a stern voice and say, first thing, I don't work here. Second thing, I'm a police officer. I point at my gun, taser, and badge. Third thing, you are currently breaching social distancing law and can be fined. Step back now. The Karen quickly turns around and ran from the store. I'm just happy the actual staff didn't have to deal with her because she was rude from the start. I should have pointed out that a phone charger isn't an essential purchase. Edit. Our government deems essential items as food and medicine. You can also go outside to exercise or to travel to work. I am a 32-year-old, and for me personally, a phone charger is essential. I live off my phone. But is anything a Karen wants really essential? Probably not. I love how this guy didn't even give into her bullcrap for 1 second and basically just put her in her place. Anyway, moving on to our next story. Our next story is posted by Twisted Brains. Entitled Woman, 54, throws tantrum in supermarket because she can't buy more than 1 pack of toilet paper, gets arrested. So I found this gem in my local newspaper today. I'm from Germany, so I translated it for you all to enjoy. Toilet paper protest on checkout counter belt. Because a woman in Bergneustadt town was only allowed to buy 1 package of toilet paper, she sat down on the checkout counter belt in protest. Police eventually had to escort her out in handcuffs. As officers disclosed on Thursday, the 54-year-old woman wanted to buy multiple packs of toilet paper the day before. When she was told to only buy 1 pack and put the others back, the woman sat down on the checkout counter belt and hindered further sales. The officers on the scene were unable to calm her down. When they proceeded to handcuff her, the woman resisted violently. She began screaming, throwing herself on the ground and resisting the police measures, and ultimately had to be carried to the patrol car, said police officers. When she was released from custody, she still didn't have any toilet paper. A buying process never occurred due to the rampage. Hope you enjoyed this small tale of insanity as much as I did this morning. Stay safe, everyone. Well, it's nice to see that the toilet paper madness is not just happening in the US and Canada and the UK. Nice to see that it's happening everywhere, though the fact that it's happening everywhere is still kind of mind-boggling. I don't understand the toilet paper thing. I mean, I understand buying bottled water, I understand buying shelf-stable food and stuff like that, and all the things that you would need in an emergency, and making sure that you have at least 60 days worth of food and medication and stuff like that. I just don't understand the toilet paper angle. I mean, worst case scenario, you end up using newspaper or socks because they're washable. Neither are ideal, but it's better than nothing. Maybe somebody in the comments can enlighten me what this whole toilet paper thing is about. I thought maybe it had to do with like Venezuela and people having to wait around the block for days for toilet paper. Is it that? Or is there something else that I'm just not seeing? Anyway, moving on to the next story. If you've been watching until here and are enjoying my content, please put some heart emojis in the comment section down below. Our next story is posted by Lucky2702. Give me that charger! We got another one, folks. But not just another one, a really dumb one. The cast. EM, EK, and me. So I have an orange and black portable charger I have had for 4 years now, and the thing has saved my life quite a few times. It has 4 USB ports and a high-powered light, so it's pretty great. The thing about mine, however, is that my port closest to the light doesn't work. I don't know why. Overuse, I think. So I use the other ones. Enter EM and EK. I'd seen them around a bit, but I'd never talked to them, which is unusual as I live in quite a small community. But now I know a lot about them. For context, this was in a local cafe that I frequent at the weekends. A family-owned, everyone is welcome kind of deal. Well, EP and EK enter and immediately spot me sitting down sipping my tea. Yes, I'm Scottish. We drink a lot of tea. and charging my phone with the charger. They almost run at me, and they say, in the worst Ned or idiotic accent imaginable, EP, "Excuse me, what is that?" Points to my charger. Me, "Oh, it's a portable charger. It's like a power outlet for cable." EP, cutting me off. "I know that. I meant, can we use it?" Me, wondering how, what's that? Translated to, can we use it? "Sorry, but I don't let people use my things, usually. Why do you need it?" I'm thinking that if their phones are dead, they could use my charger to get them up and running. Her phone was at 47%. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. Me, "Sorry, your phone doesn't need charged. It has 47%. EP, "Oh, come on. It isn't full. Gimme that charger." She reaches for it, as does the kid, but I pull it away and stow it in my bag. Me, "Sorry, I need to go now." I quickly sip up the last drop of tea and head for the counter to pay. I see them following, so tell the worker who I'm friends with about them before I get there. She also has seen me with the charger. I leave just as they get to me, still clutching my bag, and head for home. I get home and realize my charger isn't in my bag. I know what happened. They stole it when they came to the counter. I'm bummed, but I have a smaller spare. So I decide to go back to the cafe to see if I left it somewhere. I arrive, and amazingly, EP and EK are sitting there using my freaking charger out in the open. I calmly approach my friend and let her know, and she's in on it. Me, going up to EP and EK, who look hella scared. "Oh, thank goodness you found my charger. I knew I left it here. Thank you so much." EP, "This is mine. Go away, weirdo." Me, realizing she isn't going down without a fight. "Oh, okay. I can prove it's mine." I call my friend over, like a stranger, and tell her the story. Me, "Is there anything wrong with the charger, miss?" EP, confused. "No, it's brand new. I got it today. Go away. I want compensation for this intrusion." Wow, she's dumb. Me, "The charger nearest the light doesn't work on mine. Can we try this one?" EP now tries to excuse herself to the toilet, realizing that she's been found out. It failed, and she is forced to show that, indeed, the port doesn't work. Long story short, I got my charger back, and she got barred for a week, even though she apparently wasn't local, just on travel in the area, so probably thought she could grab and go with the charger. Me 1, EP and EK 0. A couple of things. I have a charger, a USB charger like the one that the OP is talking about. That thing didn't cost that much money. I think it was like $20 or something for the 4-port charger. But the other thing is, if these people are traveling through the area, wouldn't they bring their own stuff with them? Or at least go steal a charger from a store or something? I mean, the OP said that their charger was really worn. I mean, why steal somebody else's charger that's pretty worn out when you could steal a new one? By the way, I'm not condoning theft or anything. I'm just assuming that these people are thieves in general. Either that, or these people are just opportunists and they were just looking for something to do. And I think they thought they could probably bully or harass the OP into giving her charger to them. And, you know, they're doing it for, you know, entertainment purposes. I don't know, maybe that's a stretch, but what do you guys think? Do you think the phone charger thing was the real deal, or do you think they were just doing it for entertainment purposes? Please post your comment in the comment section down below. Moving on to our final story. Our final story is posted by Echo Monroe. You need to schedule your cousin's death 2 weeks in advance. So I recently watched Mark Narrations, good channel actually, and read a similar story in a video and decided to share my own. I don't talk about this particular incident much as it still upsets me. Also, I'm on mobile. So I used to work in a chain hair salon, let's call it Good Snips, a few years back. 2017 was a rough year for me that started with losing my cousin. He was like a brother to me, and I still haven't recovered from his loss. He had a long battle with addiction that unfortunately he just couldn't kick. My family got a call one night that he had passed away, and we were just torn. I missed the next day of work, and when I came back, I explained that his memorial was going to be in a few days. My GM, general manager, told me that I needed to schedule all the time off 2 weeks in advance. My manager told me I shouldn't be so upset and realized that my cousin was the lucky one because he didn't have to continue to live in the current state of unease. The day of his memorial, they made me work and made me stay late. I was an hour late to my cousin's memorial service because I was told if I left, I would be fired. My mother was waiting outside, continuously looking for me and trying to get me to leave. My uncle was blowing up my phone and threatening to show up to my salon to give my manager a piece of his mind. Neither of them even offered my condolences for my loss. They just told me I needed to smile for the customers and suck it up. When I told them I had to go, my general manager told me she could hold me as long as she needed me, and that if she needed me to miss his memorial, she would hold me for that long. My mother couldn't wait much longer and came in and told my general manager if she didn't let me leave, she was going to contact a lawyer and she for harassment. Needless to say, she let me leave. My aunt and uncle held up the memorial until my mother and I were there. I didn't work there much longer after that though, for unrelated reasons. I was in a car accident and can no longer cut hair as a result. The general manager is a garbage human and basically was just treating OP like this out of spite. I did find some satisfaction in the mother going in and basically putting this general manager in their place with threatening them with a lawsuit, because I'm pretty sure that what the general manager was doing to OP was probably illegal. Anyway, that's all the stories I have for today. Links to the original Reddit posts will be in the description box below. Please stop on by Reddit to show the OP some love and an upvote. If you enjoy my content, please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell notification to let you know when I've uploaded new videos. Thank you for watching and have a great day.